Straight down the lane to hammer it home.
17-footer swish.
Welcome to Warriors Weekly, presented by Esurance. The 2010-2011 NBA basketball season is here, and Warriors Weekly will be with you the entire year. During our first show, we'll break down all the new moves, training camp, and leading up to the start of the season. We'll also go behind the scenes with Reggie Williams during Media Day, and we catch up with Steph Curry after a busy summer. Right now, here's Warriors Rewind.
Well, it's another new year of Warriors basketball. This is Warriors Rewind and our maiden voyage of Warriors Weekly. A lot new with the Warriors. We're talking new logo, new floor, new owner, new coaches, new players. Same broadcasters. That's actually a good thing. When you look at the Warriors, though, I think the first thing we have to talk about is the man who's going to be stalking the sidelines. And, Jim, Keith Smart, his first real chance to be a head coach. He's been with the Warriors for 6 years through 3 generations of coaches. I'm excited.
Well, I'm excited also. It's a great opportunity for Keith Smart, but a great opportunity for the Warriors. I think he's the right man at the right time. You know, he's got organizational skills. He's got tremendous communication skills. He's got integrity, and he's got compassion and understanding of the players. I think he has their ear, and they know that he not only cares for the team as a whole, but he cares for each individual.
I think that's well said. I think if you look at the Warriors, maybe the most frustrating thing the last couple of years has been injuries, but lack of size and rebounding problems. So let's break down the roster for a second, and you look at tall guys.
Yeah.
Andres Biedrins is back. David Lee's been acquired. Louis Amundsen, Brandon Wright is back. Let's start with David Lee. What does he bring to a team? What do you think of that acquisition?
Well, I think it's just tremendous because he's going to go back primarily to his natural power forward spot. He's a natural rebounder. He can score from inside because he just has great position all the time to get offensive rebounds. Good defensive rebounder, and he can hit a 15, 16-foot jump shot. I think he's going to parlay that with Andres Biedrins. This is finally going to be a very good rebounding team, something they have lacked in recent years.
And on the pick and roll, I think with Steph Curry or Monte, David Lee or Biedrins, that's exciting.
I think you're going to see Andres Biedrins have a great comeback year. He's healthy now. He rehabbed all summer long, got in shape. He's looked very, very good in training camp. David Lee, you know, he's an all-star. And so those two together are going to give you a nice little punch inside defensively and at the offensive end. They can both run a pick and roll.
Louis Amundsen's whole job is to rebound, foul people, run the floor, play tough. I think it's a nice acquisition. But Brandon Wright might be the biggest X factor on this team. He's only played 77 games. Length, skill, running ability, great kid. Be nice to see him stay healthy and see what he could contribute.
This could be a breakout year for Brandon Wright. Nobody really knows what he's capable of doing. After missing all of last year and only playing, 77, 78 games in the previous 2, you know, when he goes up to get the ball, or he goes up to block a shot, no one gets higher. He just goes higher than everybody else. I think with Brandon, he has got to stay healthy. That is always a question. In fact, the whole team, the success of this team is dependent on health.
Sure.
We've had those issues in years past. But with Brandon Wright, he just has to stay focused, because if he's in the game, I'll tell you what, he can do a lot of damage around the basket.
And I think for the Warriors, Biedrins coming back, David Lee alongside him, depth on the front line for the first time in a long time. The calling card of this team, though, is going to be this backcourt. Stephen Curry and Monte Ellis. You could talk a long time about both of them, but I think Steph, the rookie year into the World Championships, year 2 for him, I'll just take year 1 over and over and over again because he's one of the best players in the league.
Especially the last month of the year where he just had put up tremendous numbers. And of course that experience with the U.S. World Championship team doesn't hurt at all. He gained a lot there. And, you know, he's told me he's not tired at all. He never got tired playing 80 games last year, playing over 36 minutes. He's just a wonderful basketball player. And he and Monte Ellis now, in their second year together, you're going to see a little union where they know what each other is doing. And it's just about communication. Monte has come back in great physical shape. He's got a great attitude. He wants to be here. These guys can play together at both ends of the floor. And like you say, this team now, they're going to do a lot of damage. Maybe not run as much as they did in the Don Nelson era, but they are going to score. They've got a lot of scores, and they've got all those new acquisitions. That's what I like. There are a lot of new bodies out there, so the team is pretty deep.
Hey, look at Monte Ellis at 25 points per game last year, shooting 45%. Don't forget, he and Steph Curry, more points, assists, rebounds, and steals than any backcourt. And I always steal from you. When the Celtics scrimmaged, the littles played the bigs,
right,
and the littles won every time. So if Steph Curry and Monte are little, how are teams going to guard them?
That's the whole thing. You say that they can't play at the defensive end, play together. They proved that to be wrong last year, particularly with Brandon Roy when we saw Monte Ellis defend him extremely well. But when you go that's right. The other team, the opposition, has to defend at that end. So when they have and need speed, they've got it, particularly with the guys in the backcourt.
Well, a new coach that we will talk about extensively, certainly a new roster, but the core four, Biedrins, David Lee, Monte Ellis, and Steph Curry, we're going to be talking a lot about them on Warriors Weekly all season long.
Coming up next on Warriors Weekly, we meet Casey of the Warrior Girls, and then we go behind the scenes during Warriors Media Day.